Iraqi Dinar Guru Opinions, the 12th of August 2025. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. The 12th of August 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, Firefly TV is saying we only have 20 days left to implement the banking reforms issued by Oliver Wyman of the United States. Says Washington is pressuring and watching. We only have 20 days left for liquidation of banks. They have to get capital up to a certain amount. Frank. That's why I keep telling you, watch what President Trump does this month in your country. T-minus 20 days and counting to implement your monetary reform. The 12th of August 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goat article. A new U.S. threat to Iraq. The U.S. State Department says the passage of the Popular Mobilization Forces, PMF, law will change the nature of the bilateral security partnership with Baghdad. We find that the Iraqi parliament already passed the first and second readings of the draft Popular Mobilization Forces law, awaiting a third reading and vote. Article. The U.S. State Department warns Baghdad. The Popular Mobilization Law changes the nature of our bilateral security partnership with Iraq. We learn that according to U.S. Secretary of State Rubio emphasized that any such legislation would entrench Iranian influence and armed terrorist groups, undermining Iraq's sovereignty. This new law in dealing with the PMF would legally make Iraq a puppet state of Iran. The Iraqi parliament vote on the PMF law on August 14. The 12th of August 2025 Intel Guru Wolverine, via Judy Byington. I've been told to be quiet is not to hamper the RV. All I can say is that I'm very happy. The 12th of August 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK, article. Washington is pressuring and watching. 20 days left before the liquidation of Iraqi banks and the options. Any of them who are not up to the new capital requirements may be folded into two existing compliant banks to make things secure. It is important for them to be stable so they can lift their purchasing power. Lifting the purchasing power means revaluation or RV, for those confused by the terminology. The 12th of August 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman Iraq is going to a digital environment. They've got real-time data from counties that will hook up to Iraq. They're going to need all that information. 1310 isn't going to work because if it was going to work they would be international already. The 11th of August 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground Report, Firefly. All day long Sadani has been on TV talking about the support he has for the banking reforms. Frank. I know. I read it in 4 articles. He's trying to tell you it's coming. Put your seatbelt on. I'm excited because of Sadani. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru FNULNU. The lack of any statement, policy, or indication from Trump regarding the Iraqi dinar has been met with increasingly creative explanations from supporters of the theory. The fundamental misunderstanding underlying these expectations appears to be the belief that currency revaluations are political decisions. That presidents can simply decree, rather than market-driven responses to economic fundamentals. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound Guru Militiaman. International investors are liking what they see in Sadani. He's doing what they expect him to do, and that is to fight corruption. He's openly, vocally doing it in public. The foreign investors, those big names that are coming September 6th and 7th, are going to be happy about that. I'm happy and I hope you're happy. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound Guru Claire article. Sudanese advisor. White noise supports exchange rate stability in the Iraqi market. Quote. The parallel exchange market is now moving toward convergence with the official fixed rate, which is considered one of the strongest stages of stability in the monetary market, as a result of the success of the 3 pillars of economic policy. The 11th of August 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 Everything Donald Trump requested from Iraqi banks can be seen in articles. Your new exchange rate is about to be given to you Iraqi citizens. Regardless of what's going on in Kurdistan, regardless of the remaining cockroaches from Iran, regardless of Maliki trying to be a bully, you have security and stability. The head of the snake was not chopped off by Trump. It was bitten off by Trump. The 11th of August 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK. I think Iraq is waiting on the bonds and the reset to be finished. Not much else makes sense when we look at the news. There have been some interesting developments that do not make sense unless a change is happening. All my bond contacts that have not disappeared tell me they still expect to be paid this week. There is a lot of interesting events and curious timing right now, but remember, no one knows the exact timing of the RV reset. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru Walking Stick, Iraqi Banking Friend Aki Update, the Iranian influence inside of the parliament and the GOI is severely weakened. They are in a state of depression. This mobilization law of parliament is no concern. Iraq will now protect the USD and not allow Iran to abuse it. This law is of no concern to me in the monetary process. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound Guru Pimpy. A huge part of you guys don't know who the Popular Mobilization Forces are. This is important because they do affect everything that's going on in Iraq. PMF is an Iranian-backed paramilitary umbrella group that operates within Iraq. There's a lot of politicians in Iraq that feel uncomfortable with these guys running around because they're controlled by people in Iran. They're not there to protect the interest of the Iraqi people. They were created when ISIS was creating a caliphate over there in Iraq. But they're no longer needed there. This is why you see a movement to blend them into the Iraqi forces and to disarm and stop being independent. The United States want these guys gone. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound Guru Sandy Ingram. Iraq is being pushed into a corner. They have to make a decision. There is a conflict within Iraq over the decision, and there is conflict with Washington, D.C. and Tehran. No matter which decision they make, there will be consequences. The United States has issued a direct warning to Iraq's leadership, urging them to reconsider new legislation that could formally expand the role of the Popular Mobilization Forces. Critics believe the laws would solidify Iran's influence in Iraq's political and military landscape. Proposals have already passed a second reading and supporters are pushing hard for a final vote. The decision will carry consequences. The 11th of August 2025 Intel Guru Frank 26 article. Washington is pressuring and monitoring. 20 days remain before the liquidation of Iraq's banks. Quote, banks will be required to sign a pledge or contract requiring one of two options by the end of this month at the latest. The first is to increase the bank's capital to 400 billion dinars. The second option is to merge with other banks. The hope is to implement one of the two previous options and exit the US sanctions list. Otherwise, the third option is liquidation. That means you say goodbye to 1310. This is amazing. This is phenomenal. The 11th of August 2025 Intel, Newshound Guru Mark Z, via PDK, article. Report advises, light, smart and sustainable, US presence in Iraq to prevent chaos. In other words, their mission is pretty much done. But to secure stability they want to keep some military in different roles there. To me this is setting the stage for the revaluation. The 11th of August 2025 Newshound, Intel Guru MNT Goad, Central Bank Governor. We are working to consolidate the electronic payment infrastructure through 5 strategic projects. These new proposed projects are not holding up the reinstatement of the dinar but is part of a strategy to get in line with global electronic payment systems. The CBI is modernizing society. The reinstatement could have happened without these projects, as we know of the 2012-2013 attempt by Dr. Shabibi. However, these projects would also enhance the opportunity for accession to the World Trade Organization and further advance Iraq. They show the WTO that Iraq is serious about their future trading partners and how they can better work with them. Listen to the full version on the official dinarreport.com blog and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: IraqiDinarChat.net